Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Tuesday, December 25th, 2018 a success. Now the first thing I want to say is to all of you who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a very good one today. Enjoy spending time with family and just taking hopefully some time off from work for many of you. Now the first thing I want to talk about is going to be right here, where the moon is. Now when the moon's in Leo, brings our attention to being happy, having fun, being playful. The moon in Leo is typically very fun-loving, expressive in some way as well. And I think that's what today is all about. I like it. It's Christmas time here. Time to just forget about some of the other things going on in your life, even though that may be a little bit hard, and do things that can bring more of your heart and more of the love and the joy back to you. So that's what we've got going on. Now, what's happening early this morning, while many of us may be waking up, this moon's going to be here in a trine to Jupiter and Sagittarius. I love this so much. Not only is a moon in a fire sign, the sign of Leo, which is all about joy, love, happiness, it's making a trine to Jupiter. Very expansive energy. To me, Jupiter is the Santa Claus of the zodiac, and it's happening on Christmas. So I think this can bring very happy feelings, lots of good feelings that happen really easy, feeling very generous, feeling very loving, feeling very warm. And when it comes to especially the people and things that we care about, I think it's going to be very, very positive what happens early this morning. Lots of feelings, but the good kind. And then what's going to happen a few hours after that, now towards lunchtime, the moon's going to move further through Leo and make a trine here to Mercury in Sagittarius. Could again bring up lots of thoughts, lots of conversations, lots of talking here with the moon involved. Talking about what makes you happy, what you enjoy, what you're feeling, what's on your heart. Maybe talking about some new things in Sagittarius, some new things you're doing, either planning on doing next year or maybe some new gifts, some things that you got. So there's a lot of communicating that's going to be going on here. Now with Mercury here in Sagittarius, you have to remember these conversations are not going to be about the details. These conversations are not going to be practical. These conversations may be all over the place, maybe a little bit hard to understand, but with Jupiter involved, they're going to be very excitable, even if some things that you're talking about and thinking about are all over the place instead of a little bit easier to organize, all right? So that's what we've got there. Then that's going to be with us for most of the day. The next alignment isn't going to happen until around dinner time. Around dinner time, moon's going to move further through Leo and make this square over here to Venus and Scorpio. Again, that could bring a lot with relationships, dealing a lot with relationships, working with other people, maybe with their finances as well too. I like to think this is going to be positive, but because this is a square and because Venus is in Scorpio, it can make this a little tough. So the nighttime to me can be a little bit more challenging, a lot more challenging than the morning. The morning to me looks very fun and exciting. At the nighttime, what there could be are perhaps some changes maybe that are going on with our relationships, with our money as well, that may be making it a little bit hard for us to be as happy as we want to be. Maybe what starts to go on is after the Christmas season, we start to count our money, count our bills, realize we got to pay some bills off. That could come up. That could not be the easiest. Maybe as well we realize because of some of the conversations and things that came up earlier that now we need to do things differently with relationships, do things differently with money, change the way we work with people. Maybe even there's some emotional stuff going on as a result of a lot of the excitement that happened earlier in the day that we're still trying to work out. And I think at nighttime here, needing to not be afraid to work with your relationships, to maybe change the way you deal with people, to maybe do some internal soul searching, even if it stops you from being as happy and out and about with people as it is that you want to be, or to deal with your finances a little bit. Could be a little bit heavy with the Venus in Scorpio. So it's really not about lighthearted conversation like maybe it was at the beginning of the day, but the end of the day becomes way more intimate. Intimate with yourself, figuring out what's going on with you, intimate with your finances, figuring out how you can fix and get right with those, and intimate with your relationships. Not exciting conversations and exciting things, but really getting to the bottom of your relationships. What are you feeling? What are you want? Where are things going now that we're starting to prepare for a new year as well? All right. So that's what I want to mention for you today. My first thing, enjoy the morning, enjoy the holiday, get excited, have fun, enjoy things, love people. But just know that the nighttime may be a little bit more serious. There may be a little bit more emotional stuff going on at the nighttime that wasn't there in the morning, and to just be okay with that if it does come up, and to not be afraid here to go deeper at the nighttime to deal with all that stuff, even if there's parts of you that still want wants to be happy and be out and about. Find a way to enjoy at the nighttime the deeper conversation and the deeper soul searching. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is going to be right here with Mars in a conjunction with Chiron. This is a challenge, okay? Mars rules the way we do things, passion, what gives us the drive to act. Chiron here brings up uncomfortable situations. Insecurity is a lot of times about things. So what this can bring is a real sensitivity about our past, about everything that's happened in the past, about how we do things, to move forward, maybe feeling like it's hard for us to do things, to act in some way. The message of this alignment here is maybe to not try to push. If things aren't coming to you naturally and easily, don't force them to come to you. That can bring arguments, that can bring frustrations. Go with the flow, especially with Mars here in Pisces. Go with the flow. Be compassionate towards yourself and others in order to handle this, because if you aren't sensitive to your own needs and if you aren't sensitive to the needs of others, this can make things unnecessarily worse, especially when this Mars and Chiron is coming into a trine with the North Node. There is a lot of opportunity because of the sensitivity to heal, to overcome the sensitivity, to move forward. So if you are patient and listen to your inner self and honor the feelings of others, I actually think this Christmas can be very, very healing for you to overcome some of your issues and for other people to overcome some of theirs. It's just a matter of not forcing and not pushing things too hard. All right, I think this year has been up and down, has been very, very intense, and we're just now coming out of it. And I really do believe a lot of these alignments is the starting point at which our healing is going to occur at a much quicker rate, a much faster pace over time. And don't force things too soon. We're just now starting to heal. We're just now starting to understand this past year in a way that feels better emotionally, and to be sensitive to your needs and the needs of others as this happens, and to not force things to happen too soon, okay? That's the second thing I want to talk about. The third thing I want to mention, maybe I'll go here to the Mercury and Jupiter in a square with Neptune. To be honest, this can be a challenge. This alignment, again, if you're trying to force things, make things a way that they aren't meant to be. But if you are not trying to force things, to me, this Mercury in a square with Neptune is beautiful. It can make you very compassionate, very sensitive to the needs of others. Especially with Neptune and Jupiter. To me, Neptune and Jupiter are, to me, like planets that a lot of times have the spirit of Christmas. Capricorn does too, because the sun's always in Capricorn on Christmas. But it's a feeling of good, of well-being, of like meaning well, of like wanting to help others. And I think if you can relax from all the stuff that's gone on in your life that has or has not happened, and if you can let go of the way that you want things to be or wish they were, to me this Christmas is a beautiful time to heal, to rearrange your life, to see things differently, to be kind to others, and to receive help from the most unexpected, maybe unexpected, to receive kind of help in a very pleasant, maybe surprising kind of way from other people. So I like it. That is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.